Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Tuesday, the 15th of November. Gosh, I wish I could remember. 15th of November 2022. I had to come up here, this had fallen over, so I had to fix that. Roy brought this down for us here at the homestead, and so I wanted to make sure that that is back up. I don't think that flagpole is the best flagpole, so we may have to make an adjustment at some point. All right, yesterday, very interesting day. Good lessons learned. I did a quick stream last night. I was completely, like I say, out of it. Really overtired. So took care of some things, got some things taken care of, and I wanted to kind of walk through everything with you guys and go from there. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go into the battery room, because the battery room is much warmer than outside. But hold on a second. We'll go over here first. I went and picked up another generator because I wanted another backup generator anyway, and so there are some things that have to obviously be taken care of, and so I decided not to screw around this time. So I got this tin over here because we were having some rain this morning. So I picked up 6500 watt Generac. Okay, so heavy duty. So what ended up happening was I got that, had somebody help me load it onto the truck, and so I brought it back here, and Steve was at work, and I got in the batteries, had gotten some sunshine yesterday, but not enough to say so. So I'm like, I can't wait for Steve. I got to get this thing hooked up. So I drove the truck around over here, got the generator off the truck, put it together, did all that type of thing, got that part done, and plugged it in, and it wasn't working. And I was like, what is going on here? We're going to go in here because it's much warmer in here. Alright, so I will tell you how the whole breakdown of everything went, but let's check this out first. We have 60 degrees in the battery room now. That's a big difference. And even last night we were down in the 30s, and it was at 60 degrees last night. So what happened was I had hooked it up, wasn't working. So I came in here and I was looking. I went back out, was looking out there, saying, okay, what's going on with this thing? And trying to look at something here. Right now we're at 63%, and I believe, yes, it's saying discharging. So anyway, so what happened was, so I came in, it wasn't working, trying to figure it out. So I like, what is that one show? I did a lifeline, and I called somebody that knows what they're talking about. I called my buddy Brian, who's my electrician guy up in New York. He has a grow watt as well. And so he goes, when the battery is charging from the generator, on the display here, a little telephone pole shows up. A line goes in, so there's a couple of lines that go in. So what happened was, I'm looking at the display, and there's no telephone pole. And so he was like, okay. So he goes, do you have something else you can plug? Because what happened was I would plug it in, come and check, it wasn't working. So he goes, does it have GFI plugs on the generator? And I said, yes, with the reset. You have something else you can plug in? I go, yes. So I went and got a fan, plugged the fan in. He goes, now hit the reset. I hit the reset, and the fan was working. But as soon as I would plug in from the unit here, it would kick off. Didn't like it. So what we ended up doing, he says, okay, so he thought about it for a second. He goes, okay, do you have an extension cord? And I said, yeah, I have an extra extension cord. He goes, okay, break off the ground on the extension cord, plug that into the generator, and then the other end plug, the plug in for here. I said, okay. So I did that, come back in. Now the telephone pole's there, but the lines off the telephone pole are not connecting, to charge the batteries. So he says, all right, next thing. And this was and this all took like an hour, this whole conversation, because I had to go back and forth and trying to figure different things out. So I came back in. He says, okay, go into the menu, change this setting, change that setting, and now see if it's connected. And I did those settings. Wasn't connected. He says, all right, next thing, turn the grow watt completely off. So I turned that off. Now turn it back on. So we got the generator running. It's plugged in. Turn this unit off. Turn it back on. Lo and behold, boom, we were collecting power, and it worked. So huge shout out to Brian. You guys saw him down here in April when he helped set everything up as far as the solar system goes. He is amazing, very talented with what he does. So huge difference. So I ended up charging up this battery to like 94% last night. So it's probably 11:30 right now. Today, on Tuesday here, and we're not going to get any sunshine today. I mean, you guys saw the weather outside. We've already had some rain, and it's definitely cold and damp. Not going to be a super pleasant day, but everything is good. Like I said, now with having all the foam insulation all in here, and like I said, it ain't pretty, but it's functional, and that's all I care about. I don't care if it don't look pretty. I just want to make sure we didn't have no leaks, and that it is all squared away, and it is. So that was the important thing. And obviously with it being 60 degrees in here, and like I said, I still have these lights in here going, so it's definitely much warmer in the battery room, even with it being 30 degrees out last night. I think it went down to like 28. It stayed warm in here, and that's, again, that's what I cared about. I mean, I just want to make sure that these guys are good. I got way too much money invested in these batteries to have an issue with them. So really productive. And I was so tired by the end of the day, because it had been such a long day. If you could see I screwed up my live stream. It was just, the whole thing was a mess. I put up the same video twice by accident, so then I had to try to get the other video up. I mean, it was a disaster of a day. But you know what? Here's the thing, guys. Okay, I could have showed you realistically none of this, and said everything is wonderful, everything is beautiful, no issues whatsoever. But that's being dishonest. To show you the mistakes that I made, hopefully you won't make them. Okay. The second thing is, that's how we all learn. We learn from our mistakes. Let's put it like this: this won't happen again. I got really comfortable with the system because this system is really good. And so, with not having sunshine for a couple days, and I mean, up in New York, they've had to use the generator up in New York a few times, between October and now already, and I hadn't had to at all. So, like I said, I got complacent. Again, that's on me. I wasn't, doing monthly tests with my generator. Again, that's on me. I got a few things going on, obviously, so distracted. Didn't finish up the battery room when I should have, while it was still, decent weather. And so, you put things off, and sometimes you pay and you suffer for it. Now, fortunately, it did not cost me my batteries to learn this lesson, which is a great thing. But definitely a lesson was learned. I need to be much, like, you have no idea how much I babied my system up in New York. Hugely babied my system in New York. So, still do. you know, still watch out for everything. So it's just, you know, it's a live and learn type of situation. And for those people that want to be critical, that's perfectly fine. You can say whatever you want to say. It doesn't really matter. You know, you have to live and learn. And I'll tell you what, you do it once, you make a mistake, you learn from it, you grow, and you don't make that mistake again. I think it's really, really important to not just show the successes of what we're doing down here, but also show the failures, because that's going to happen. That's life, and nothing ever goes perfectly, you know. And so to be in, you know, where you got things squared away enough and you're in a good shape, that's what it's all about. So anyway, guys, I'm going to jump off of here for now. Remember, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As long as we can figure that one out, we would be in much, much better shape. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important to tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that is going to stop you from reaching your goals is you. That's it. Nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. I hope you all have a great day, and I will talk to you all later. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.